Hello everyone, I'm Linda Herrick, and I just want to cover a little bit of information related to evaluating websites and other sources. I know that most of you have had information related to evaluating journal articles and whether they're systematic reviews or single trial or expert opinion. But I also want to talk a little bit about the ABCD noted in the textbook, and this is on page 53 if you have a hard copy. It is in chapter 3, sort of the first page or so, at least listed in the text. So as we talk about ABCDs of evaluating, especially websites, I know it is so easy to Google things and to get websites, but we also know that almost 40% of that information isn't reliable. And with artificial intelligence, we're finding that it actually is using some of that knowledge out there that really isn't accurate, and may actually be proliferating some of this. So let's talk a little bit about it. The A is authority. Is the author well recognized? Are they an expert? What are their qualifications? So what I have seen is that sometimes students use a blog, and all that it gives is the person's first name and maybe their credentials, and maybe not even that. We don't even know who's actually put that blog information out there. So do they have contact information? Do they have their first and last name? Do they have their credentials? Is it documentation from a link that you trust? And I know there are some nursing organizations or links out there that have blogs, but be careful to make sure that they have authors who are using first, last name and noting their credentials. The other thing is, if you're using articles, make sure that they're peer-reviewed, because that gives a different level of evidence than we would have otherwise. Is it biased? Are they trying to sell something? Now, we know that a lot of the universities are putting information out there, but they're also trying to sell you a program or their information. So is it an organization that sponsors it? Is it trying to sell you something? Is it an advertisement disguised as information? And I can tell you there are a lot of universities out there that are supplying what looks like information, especially related to leadership or clinical judgment decision making, that is really an advertisement for one of their programs. Are there citations? Do they relate to the content of the article? For a web citation, is there have good information such as NIH or other governmental agencies? Is there a date listed? And if so, is it recent? Does the information you need demand a more current date than what's there? Just think about these things as you look at websites or other sources, especially though on the web. If you've got questions, make sure you let one of us know right away, and we will be happy to answer any questions or provide additional information. Thanks.